Hi Taurus, welcome to your timeless general reading. Today I have the Everyday Tarot for you. I always forget what it's called, Everyday Tarot. So let's see what messages we have today. Okay, well, 2 tiny piles came out. Wow, this is a lot. Okay, maybe I see why they had me choose the shadow or the dark mirror. First is 8 of Wands, and I definitely got message from that. What message is for you today? A message. 8 of Wands. And then 8 of Swords. Overthinking, indecision. And then 4 of Swords. I'm getting like a ton of rest. Headaches, maybe. Headaches from overthinking. Because then now we got 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords. Lack of sleep. But then the Chariot. And the World. Oh wait, no, there's some under the World. The World. And then King of Swords. So I'm getting that there's a lot of anxiety and worry about a recent big move you made that maybe stirred things up. So like, kind of like the end of a major cycle here and moving on from something that's been a part of your life, either for a while or just like a big impact to your life. And you kept your cool through it all, but like behind closed doors, you were just kind of freaking out is kind of what I'm getting from this. Like, this was these were the swords you were king of. These swords. Yeah. So there's something here, because these are good cards. So the energy, the positive energy is way bigger than the so-called negative energy. The bottom is 2 of Cups. So I feel like you didn't make this decision on your own, or it's not like you didn't have, whoa, the Lovers is, yeah. And then, wait, 5 of Swords. Was there an affair? Was there a divorce because of an affair? That's just random thing that came. That's definitely not going to be everybody. But whatever you moved on from, it was the right thing to move on from, but you still have like a ton of worry and anxiety about it. It's almost like you had to charge straight ahead and just be cool and logical about it in order just to get it done. But I think you're kind of dealing with the residual after effects of the stress. And I'm feeling like if this was really taking a toll on your body, like headaches or stomach issues or rashes, I don't know why I'm getting rashes. I'm not getting rashes. I'm getting the idea of rashes. You're going to need to do something about that. You're going to need to detox and de-stress and decompress in order to get your cortisol levels back to normal, because you might end up having some long-term effects if you don't manage that properly. Yeah. Because, yes, you needed to be cool in the moment, but the time to be cool, I think, is over. I think you're safe. You can make it on and go through. But if you're going to have to, like, let go, we just had the Scorpio full moon. We're kind of like, I don't know, if you've really felt, hopefully naturally your body was reacting, or your spirit was reacting to it, And if you felt like lately you're just feeling like very heavy emotions in the past week or so, they were probably coming out to be pulled out of you. Okay, I'm going to go straight to the Oracle and see what this is about. This is the Dark Mirror, so it's about shadow. So what is this about? Is there something that's there still... Well, first of all, yeah. First one is today for tomorrow. So, so this card is about whether you sacrifice today for tomorrow or tomorrow for today. And it seems like you kind of had to make this kind of, I don't want to say impossible choice, but difficult choice. Giving up something, and you didn't want to give up anything. Yeah, I'm getting that. That if that was the case, then there was nothing else you could have done about it. So maybe there's some kind of what ifs going on here, and maybe it's a bit hard to accept that whatever you chose was what you were meant to choose in the first place. I mean, you can't... I did tell this to Scorpio, but if you really want to be shown the outcome of your other choice, maybe just set the intention and see what you get. But there's no point in just worrying about it and mulling over and obsessing over, like, what if I had not made this choice? What if I made the other choice? You're going to end up really hurting yourself over that. So if you did have to make very difficult, whether I'm say piss off somebody today, the people of now, so I can have a better future, or I make people happy in the moment and risk my future, like miss out on an opportunity. Is there anything else? Yeah. Like I was saying about detoxing, temple of my body. If your body is starting, you got to recognize, Google if you want, the signs of extreme stress on your body, hair loss, digestion issues, acne, severe headaches, blood pressure changes, weight gain. These are all things that stress can do to our body. So you need to do some like actual physical self-care and not like, drinking wine and watching Netflix. You're gonna need to like get out there and do some walks. You're gonna need to do some meditation. I'm just really getting that message strongly that you can't let whatever this is start eating away at you physically. And then Triumph of Lies. So what is this about? I'm gonna split the deck. Can you give me an idea of what this is about? Becomes Seven of Swords. Oh man. Okay, so for those of you who the affair kind of resonated with, I would watch out for the effect of that on your psyche. Yeah, because underneath that Seven of Swords, it's Nine of Cups, Strength, Ten of Wands. Anyway. So it's like, I'm getting, because that was like right after the Seven of Swords, a bit of overindulgence, and you're going to have to resist whatever led you down. If you kind of strayed a bit, or, it definitely doesn't have to be an affair, but if you kind of like had to be a bit dishonest to take this step, even though it's the right step, you're going to have to really not be tempted to make a similar jump in the future, especially if things seem like they're getting too tough. The answer is not just take your ball and leave. So it's like, I don't like using the affair example. So like, say things got really bad in your relationship, and there's certain behaviors and things like that, and you decide to have an affair or whatever. Just because it was the right move, that that relationship had to end because it wasn't healthy for you, it doesn't mean that was the right way to do it. So you got to not getting the idea like that's you, you know. There has to be some kind of like forgiveness of yourself in this situation too. And I mean, honestly, the other person could have cheated too, but it doesn't mean like, even if you were cheating on each other, it doesn't mean you don't have to live with that like dishonesty on you, right? It's a nasty kind of thing to be involved in, because you're still hurting each other, even if it's mutual, right? And other things, if this is because I'm also getting like, this could be about a job and leaving a job, and maybe you didn't leave the job in the best circumstances, maybe you stole the pens before you left, I don't know. But I guess the key here is, if you left the job and it was the right move, not being tempted again. Like this, I think they're telling you this is a good move for your future. And even if you pissed off some people in the now, please be aware of this the next time. If like things get a little tough in this new place, don't be tempted to also hop again. I mean, I know that's a very common thing. Well, in some job markets, you know, some job markets are pretty competitive. And then, yeah, this is interesting. There's blinded to pain too. So don't ignore what your body is telling you and think, oh yeah, I'm fine. And no, don't just push through. And then Bride in a Cage is here. Yeah. Bride in a Cage. I feel like this is what you would have been leaving behind, but you just didn't leave it behind in the most honest circumstances. It doesn't mean that you weren't right to leave it. It's just you still have to deal with that and process that. You know, I think that's tough, right? We kind of tend to, the ego just wants us to excuse ourselves and absolve ourselves of any responsibility of things. They really eat up the people telling, oh, you had no choice, so you know they should have treated you better. But always hold yourself accountable, and I don't mean in like this way, you know, like all the overthinking, and don't punish yourself. Like you kind of are punishing yourself, even if you're telling everyone, yeah, this is what I needed to do, you know, it was really bad for me, the situation I was leaving. You're still like punishing yourself, you know, mentally and probably emotionally. So you have to reconcile that with yourself. Even if you have to go back and talk about it with somebody, maybe talk with a therapist first or something like that. But don't ignore. Stress and emotional turmoil can have very real effects on your body, very real negative effects. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. So don't ignore that. I'm telling you, don't ignore that. The temple of your body. And, you know, forgive yourself for this situation. If you have to ask others for forgiveness, do it. But in the end, you did do what you were supposed to do. Just maybe not in the best way. But it sounds like you kind of had an impossible choice. I feel like you weren't given much choice in the situation, but you just have to own your choices, is all that they're saying. Don't just keep punishing yourself inwardly while outwardly feeling justified, or outwardly portraying yourself as either a victim or the righteous party, you know, just, yeah. Anyway, hopefully that helps. Please take care of yourself, Taurus. Thank you.